Jeff Bezos and the Washington Post do not like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Or at least their funding doesn't. Who knows exactly who it is over there, other than Jacqueline Alamany at 7:33 this morning. Her airtight analysis, more like airheaded analysis, but say what you will about Marjorie Taylor Greene, say what you will about any QAnon or other 9/11 or other moon landing conspiracies, say what you will about the other. And that can be anyone, because it doesn't matter who you are, there's someone who opposes you, and that is the other. And it would be wrong for you to label them, and then because of that label, be allowed to get away with censorship or violence or attacks or personal threats or otherwise. Washington Post didn't get the memo. They say their analysis, Marjorie Taylor Greene is just a symptom of the larger GOP disinformation problem. They said the same thing back when Kellyanne Conway said that we're working with alternative facts, meaning you represent half of the truth, we're going to represent the other half. The news spun that, made it sound like, oh, they're using fake facts, alternative facts, hashtag alternative facts. So they're now calling anything that is not state-approved disinformation, because it goes against the official information. And this is supported by our story last night with Joe Biden telling the press pool, we're not going to have anyone but liberal, mainstream outlets and publications, because those sources are trusted and we can trust them to say only what we say. If they report anything else, have any other slant or perspective or opinion, out of the press pool, gone. No questions. Can't take any of those, especially the tough ones. If it's not about ice cream or about my dog, I can't answer. This says, how do you solve a problem like Marjorie Taylor Greene? First of all, that is exactly how Nazis spoke about Jews. How do we solve the problem? How do we solve the problem of the Juden? It's a terrible German accent. I'm so sorry. How do you solve the problem like GOP disinformation? How do you solve a problem like conservatives who vote? Democrats want the Georgia lawmaker who has spread dangerous conspiracy theories, made racist remarks, and urged the execution of Democratic lawmakers to resign. Is it a legal execution? Because then it's just like a sentencing. But if it's by law, I mean, I would urge the law to be followed if a sentencing was... Anyways, Republicans, however, plan on sitting down to have a stern chat with her. Oh, thank goodness the uniparty leaders are, the team members, the team captains on this half of the uniparty are going to have a sit down, make sure she understands she can't run her mouth. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Oh, good. So he'll mansplain it to her. That's even better. Why isn't the left upset about that? Why don't we have a woman able to sit down and explain this to her? Why does it have to be a white man? This is so dumb. He confirmed that he is sitting down with Marjorie Taylor Greene this week or next week to discuss the comments. He included liking a Facebook post calling for the execution of Nancy Pelosi and the false, now this has to be known, this is false, but the frazzle drip conspiracy theory that may be a new word to you. Some people are familiar with it, but it seems like all during Trump's presidency, if you tweeted that word or if you posted that word, it was like insta-banned, shadow banned, gone. Couldn't look for it. Maybe now they have a better control of the information, so now the official sources can tell you about frazzle drip, because if you go looking for it, they have their own hyperlinked source. Oh, right here, don't look at any other information but this. This is info, everything else is disinfo. You with us so far? The verbal scolds aren't likely to solve a much larger issue for the Republicans following Trump's presidency. This says the rampant disinformation spread like wildfire among a significant portion of their base. Many of the people who stormed the Capitol erroneously believe that Trump won the election after massive fraud, a conspiracy theory the former president and top allies propagated. Okay, so you look and you're saying, okay, well, I want to see where she was making racist remarks or spreading dangerous conspiracy theories, right? So they link to Media Matters, and you read through the story because it's biased and slanted, but you read through it and you get to this part where she says that they report that she is a former right-wing commentator who's now a Republican member of Congress, true. She's received heavy criticism for her recent uncovered endorsements of the conspiracy theories at Sandy Hook and the Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida. Okay? If you ever questioned, hey, why are these guys running back through the woods at Sandy Hook? Why are there like 3 guys being exfilled in the woods in Sandy Hook? Why are the helicopters all over and the police hadn't called for them yet? Same questions that I have about why the FBI response time was like under 2 minutes in the Las Vegas shooting. Why were they there? Why were they just waiting around? A lot of weird questions. Why didn't the sheriff go into the Parkland school? If you ask those questions, like she had, this is the label you'll get. Now she's endorsed the conspiracy theory just by asking a question or retweeting a link or putting a question mark over a video and saying, watch this, tell me what you think. Who knows? They say she also supports QAnon and 9/11 conspiracy theories, and this is the one that I thought was just ridiculous, right? She says, they say that she has promoted anti-Muslim attacks and a conspiracy theory that Jewish people are trying to take over Europe through immigration. And they have a link. So I click the link, it takes us here. These are not quotes from her. Media Matters is quoting this guy, reporter Philip Kleinfeld, a reporter for Vice, who watched a video that Marjorie Taylor Greene retweeted, and these are his quotes, his take on the video. Are you going to take the quotes from a Vice reporter and his opinion on a video and say that is what the video is, and that's how Marjorie Taylor Greene meant it? No, of course not. That would be preposterous. Media Matters, you're preposterous. Washington Post, you're more so, you're flat out Washington Post, you're preposterous. None of this makes any sense. But sure, let's use the same kind of rhetoric and labeling so that we can go after our political rivals, because that's what the Nazis did after all. If you didn't support the revolution of the working class party, then you were labeled an enabler. And of who? Oh, you're going to enable the conspiracy theories where, well, essentially, you know what? The conspiracy theory in Nazi Germany was that the Jews were doing these same things. The Jews were disinforming people. You know what they did? They got rid of all the Jewish culture because it was disinforming the people. It was evil. It was corrupt. They got rid of the music. They got rid of the books. They got rid of the photos, the pictures, the awards, the people. Can you find all of the different Trump administration wins on any government website right now? No. The government removed virtually every sign that Trump was the president, except for, oddly enough, on the White House Communications Agency website, there's his reflection in a lens that they forgot to remove. Do you realize what was happening right now is they're going to paint for all the normies who try their hardest just to say, I don't want to pay attention to politics. It's all too, it's just all one-sided. It's either you're on that side or that. Those people who are going to be forced to wake up to this, one way or the other, are going to see this. And they're going to say, well, that's disinformation, they're saying. This is a real source. How many of those people still exist, you think? How many of those people you still think believe in the news? I know it's not you, and it's not me either. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Like this video, share this channel, try to boost the signal everywhere we can, and always do everything that you can do to keep America afloat.